What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to not really a vinyl pickups video. Well, you can maybe consider it a vinyl pickups video, but I'm doing an album review on a new release. This is the first time I'm ever doing this on my channel, but I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna see how it goes, and yeah. So let's get to talking about this new album from British heavy metal legends, new of British heavy metal legends. Iron Maiden released an album a couple days ago, called Senjutsu. You can see the cover. I can't tell if you can see it or not. One sec. I'm gonna shine my light on it. You can see that. Pretty cool stuff. Love this album cover. You know what's funny is that when they first revealed this album cover, I always thought that Eddie just looked like a Mortal Kombat character, like the modern Mortal Kombat characters, from 9, 10, and 11, the ones with the modern graphics. He looks because he's covered in the blood and all that stuff. He's got the armor. Pretty cool stuff. And then here's the back. Love this album cover though. I think this is absolutely badass. Let me open it up for you guys. Very kind of like Japanese theme, like Senjutsu. There you go. 2 CDs in there. So I'm gonna take out the book. I'm gonna show you. Give me a second. Be careful. There we go. Alright. One second. Let me put this down. Alright. Here it is. There's the songs on it. It's kind of like I said before, it's kind of Japanese themed. Find out how to show this off. I think all it is just lyrics and just all that stuff. Pretty cool artwork. I really dig the artwork on this. Like I said before, it's got a couple different pictures and all that stuff. Yeah, it's basically what it is. So put this back in. There we are. All right. So how's this album? You might can't speak. How's this album? You might ask. I like this album. I was pretty hyped for this album, when they announced it. And I'm going to talk about why in a couple minutes. But, yeah. A lot of, Maiden fans are kind of, divided on this album. They think that, some Maiden fans are saying, oh, yeah, it just sounds like everything else that they've done. This is a complete disappointment. I've heard all this stuff before. But there's also Maiden fans that are also saying, this is the best album that they've released since Brave New World. And some Maiden fans are even saying this is the best thing that they've released since Seventh Son. Which, goes a long way. Seventh Son was released in '88, so they're saying that some fans are saying that this is the best album that they've released in over 30 years, which says a lot. But I like this album. I enjoyed this album a lot. Is it the greatest Maiden album? No, but is it? I feel like it might be middle of the pack. I dig this album a lot. One second, I'm gonna take out the song list right here. It says on the back of the book. I'm gonna talk about the song. So this album is about an hour and 20 minutes long. It's a pretty long album, but I didn't really mind it. I remember when they released the song listings, they were the last 2 songs were all over 10 minutes long. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, that's gonna be something to listen to. But I'm gonna talk about that in a couple minutes. But it starts off with the title track Senjutsu, which I think is over 8 minutes long. I dig that song a lot. Pretty heavy guitar riff, like the drumming on that from Nico. It's sort of sounds like tribal kind of Japanese drumming, which I think is really cool. I really enjoyed that song a lot. And then after that, which is the second single that was released, which is called Stratejo, which second single that was released from the album. Pretty good song. I remember when that was released, I thought this is pretty good. It's not the greatest Maiden song I ever heard, but it's kind of everything you want to hear from them. And then the third song, which is the first single released, The Writing on the Wall. Best song on the album, in my opinion. I think that the song is absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit different for them. It's a little bit more kind of laid back, I guess you could say. It's not Fast and Furious, and it's not epic sounding. Yeah, it's a little bit epic sounding, but a lot of fans are sort of saying it has sounds like a southern rock song, but I don't really hear that. I more hear sort of kind of a desert sort of western vibe to it, which it's really cool. I think I love the guitar solos. I love the chorus. Great guitar work. Great stuff. My favorite song on the album. I remember I love that song when it first came out. seeing the video that they released, I just thought it was so cool. It's very different. Some Maiden fans were actually saying that they didn't like the song because it just sounded like too different. Some fans were not into it, which, I mean, it kind of depends on your taste, but I thought it was great. And after that, you got Lost in the Lost World, which is about 9.5 minutes long. A lot of fans are saying that that's the worst song on the album. I actually personally think it's one of the best on the album. I think it has this really cool intro, really kind of like the layered vocals from Bruce Dickinson. Thought it was really cool. And then all of a sudden the song kicks in and it's absolutely ripping. Just thought it was really cool. And then after that, you got Days of Future Past, which I think is the shortest song on the album, coming in at about 4 minutes. Great song. Sounds like classic Iron Maiden right there. I love the chorus. Guitar solos are great. I gotta say, the guitar solos throughout this whole album are tremendous from the trio. And then after that, you got the Time Machine, which is I think about 7 minutes long. Song's got a couple different changes in it, which is pretty cool. I dug that a lot. And then Disc 2, which starts off with a song called Darkest Hour, which is sort of kind of like a ballad kind of type song. It's a little bit slower. Thought that was pretty cool. And then the last 3 songs are all over 10 minutes long, all written by Steve Harris. I remember, like I said before, when I saw that, I was like, ooh, that's pretty gutsy right there. But first song is called Death of the Celts. That was really cool. Like the intro on it. It's really just a really fun song. Really dug that a lot. And then the longest song on the album, The Parchment, I think is what it's called. I think that's 12.5 minutes long. That's probably my least favorite of the epics. I thought that kind of dragged on for too long, but still pretty good though. And then the last song is called Hell on Earth, which is the last epic and the last song on the album. That was probably my favorite out of the epics. I thought that was really good. Loved the intro, and I loved when the electric guitars kicked in. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, that's the end of the album. I thought it was really good. Some fans disagree, and they think it's just a complete disappointment and just sounds like everything that they've done before. But I'm gonna make a point to you guys. There's there's Maiden fans out there that are like, oh yeah, this album pretty much just sounds the same as everything else that they've done. It's just I've heard all this stuff before. But the thing is that if they release something completely different, there would be fans out there that would be like, oh, this is completely different. It sounds nothing like Iron Maiden. I'm not into this. So you know what? What I got to say is that you can't make every fan happy, and you can't really make everybody happy in life. And that goes with Maiden. Some fans are gonna love this album, some fans are not gonna like it. Maiden fans are different. There's some Maiden fans that stop listening to them after Seventh Son. There's Maiden fans that stop listening to them after Power Slave. There's some fans that even stop listening to them after Killers, which I think is absolutely insane. But there's fans out there. I've seen comments that saying that before. But yeah, I enjoyed this album. I'm not the biggest fan of New Maiden. This is probably the best I've heard. I haven't heard every single album. I've heard a couple of them. And you know what? My thing with New Maiden's completely different because all their stuff is very epic sounding and kind of less of sort of that new wave of British heavy metal thing that they started on in the 80s. I feel like Maiden does too much long songs on their albums. I feel like a lot of them kind of get very old for me after a while. I feel like they're not as great as they're epics now aren't as great as the 80s stuff. And why is that? Well, it's because back in the 80s they didn't do that stuff a lot. They maybe had 1 or 2 epics an album, long songs. I'm gonna even going back to the debut, because on the debut you had Phantom of the Opera. I don't remember what the long song was on Killers. I don't even know if they even had one or not. I'm kind of blanking out. On Number of the Beast, they had Hallowed Be Thy Name. On Peace of Mind, they had To Tame a Land. On Power Slave, they had Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, which is probably their best epic that they did. 13.5 minutes right there. On Somewhere in Time, they had Alexander the Great. And on Seventh Son, they had, I think it was the title track. And they might have had another one on that album, I forget. But it's just for me, with epics, they should maybe have 1 or 2 on an album instead of having half the album being epics. Because listening to that many in a row just kind of bores me a little bit. But I'm not disregarding this album at all because I dig this a lot, and it was pretty cool listening to this. I was really hyped for this album due to the writing on the wall because I think that's, like I said before, that's the best song on the album for me. I just think that's an absolutely fantastic song, and yeah, this is this lineup on the album is the trio. I mean, not the trio. The trio guitar team, but it's pretty much like the lineup that's been together since Brave New World, which is Bruce Dickinson on vocals, Steve Harris on bass, Adrian Smith, Dave Murray, and Yannick Ayers on guitars, and Nico McBrain on drums. So that lineup's been together since Brave New World. But yeah, I enjoyed this album a lot. Like I said before, some Maiden fans think different, but I enjoyed it. I mean, just be thankful that Iron Maiden is releasing new music at this point in their career. They've been around for how long? Like over 40. Like they've been together for like, I think they formed in like 75 or 76. So they've been together like over 45 years, which I mean is mind blowing. Now they've been releasing music for over 40 years, which I mean, you know, many bands when they get to that point are not doing as good. But you know what? They're releasing quality music, which I mean says a lot about them. But yeah, that's the end of the review. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I got 2 vinyl pickups videos coming soon. I got my black. Sorry, I just slowed my words there. Excuse me. I got my Black Box record. I got my 2 records from there coming soon. I'm gonna do like a live opening of them, like where like I actually get like my reaction to like what I get. I'm not gonna open them until I film the video. And then I got like another vinyl that's coming. I ordered it on Amazon. It's an original pressing. I think it came from like a record store or something like that. But yeah, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And before I end, I gotta say one more thing. I hope you all had a great summer, and you know, I hope you guys all have a great school year this year. If you go to BHS, we're all going back tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a great year in school and stuff like that. I mean, like, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Rock on.